This is Los Angeles Radio Hour. Pandemic continues worldwide. In some places, residents are still in lockdown, while people in other cities gather at large events. Everything continues to be a bit uncertain. Stay safe out there.
Hello?
Hey, is this Rex and Friends?
Yeah, it's me. It's Alan.
We need you to come down to the 2021 Media Access Awards.
Yeah, they want us to play?
Yes! Suit up!
All right, I'll be there.
In the summertime, when it's hot outside, the streets are bare, with no one there, and the valley's wide. There comes a time to write some gold. We together run forever on the open road. We gotta go. In the wintertime, when the day is long, you're halfway there, the field is bare and the fire is gone. Are you all alone? Are you feeling cold? Find your flame, call her name and hit the road. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Can I fist bump you, Michael? How far away are you?
Welcome to the 2021 Media Access Awards. Please welcome your host for the evening, the star of Wonderstruck and A Quiet Place, Millicent Simmonds.
Hello, everyone. That awesome group you just heard are called Rex and Friends, made up of musicians and singers who are autistic and blind. Aren't they amazing? Welcome to the 2021 Media Access Awards, presented by Easterseals. I'm Millicent Simmonds, and I'm an actor. Not a deaf actor, but an actor who happens to be deaf. My disability has nothing to do with my love of performing. It's just part of who I am. It's a terrible misconception that deaf people are all alike in the way we communicate. Some of us sign, some read lips, some have implants, but we all have dreams. As the world changes, hopefully we'll have many more opportunities to pursue them. Okay, down to business. Our first award of the evening is the Writers Guild of America Evan Summers Memorial Award, given to a writer who brings to life an authentic character or characters with a disability. Here to present a very familiar face to TV viewers of the long-running CBS series, The Big Bang Theory. Please welcome Emmy and Golden Globe Award winner, Jim Parsons.
Several years ago, my husband and producing partner, Todd, introduced me to a book called I'm Special and Other Lies We Tell Ourselves. It was written by an author who was new to us at the time, Ryan O'Connell. Ryan's book is an unflinching account of what it was to grow up both gay and with cerebral palsy. And it is also by turns both poignant and hysterically funny. And by the time Todd and I were finished with the book, we knew that this was a piece of material that we wanted to try and take on as our first optioned material as a production company in the hopes of making it into a TV show. Well, luckily for us, Ryan said yes, and after a somewhat long and winding road, me, Todd, the material, and Ryan all ended up at Netflix. The show that Ryan created for Netflix was called Special, and you could tell from the first episode that several rules were going to be broken. Ryan holds nothing back. He is a fearless writer, he's a fearless performer, and the audience, the material resonated with them immediately. Special went on to be nominated for 4 Emmy Awards. It won a prestigious Writers Guild Award. And through the whole process, I just keep pinching myself. I am so fortunate to work with somebody like Ryan. And I can tell you from personal experience that he is just as joyful and funny and heartfelt in person as he comes across on camera. I will tell you this too, he is always coming up with more and more ideas for stories and shows that are in their own way all just as unique and entertaining as Special is. But for now, let's take a look at Special.
What are you doing here, Diva? I thought I fired you.
Not that I know of.
Oh, that was the other gay guy. I really need to stop getting the two of you confused.
I have to admit, I actually thought I was done dealing with my CP, but it still trolls me all the time. Strangers come up to me at the gym and congratulate me simply for exercising.
It's super inspiring to see you give it your all, despite your limitations.
Ew. Inspiration porn.
Is that what that is?
What are you working on?
I'm actually kind of having a writer's block moment right now. I guess it's just true what they say, you know, it's harder to create when you're happy.
You're not happy. It's been 2 months since you spoke to your mother.
How do you know?
Samantha told me.
You don't see me, but I see you.
It's been so quiet without Ryan here. What happened? We got into a fight. That's why it's time for me to think about what I want.
I want to have this actual life with you, but I can't because you already have it with someone else.
You're a tough little lady, aren't you?
I think you really just need to listen to your heart and a little bit of your penis, but mostly your heart.
It is my honor to present the 2021 Writers Guild of America West Evan Summers Memorial Award to my friend, Ryan O'Connell.
Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for the Writers Guild of America West Evan Summers Memorial Award. I always knew that if I put a gay disabled person on TV, people would just throw awards at me, and thank God I was right. But honestly, this one means a lot to me because it actually comes from the disabled community. And I had a lot of anxiety leading up to Special about being one of the first people to be able to speak for such a large swath of the population that's been criminally underrepresented. And I really wanted them to like it, and I really wanted them to see themselves in it because I just know how meaningful this show would have been to me growing up. I would have spent a lot less time at the I Hate Myself fair. So I was really, really delighted to have so much support and love from the disabled community. Now, Special was canceled. Sorry, it's true. I don't mean to drag. And there's really no clear successor. So as amazing as the show has been, and I think it maybe just like moved the needle a little bit, just like a little poke, there's still a long way to go. And it's not enough that, you know, disabled people are featured in shows from able-bodied creators. We live under the time of capitalism, and really the only way someone can accrue power is through money and opportunities, and you don't get money and opportunities through just being a consultant. We need to give disabled creators the keys to the castle to tell their own stories. Not only is it more authentic when we do that, but it actually gives them money and power. So I think in terms of, you know, the disabled community in Hollywood, the bar has been so low, it's basically underground, and now I just think it's on the ground. So strides have been made, but I think we still have a lot of work to do in terms of being recognized. And I would like to say that Special might be over, but this is just the tip of the fun, flirty, disabled iceberg, baby. Stay tuned.
Next up is the SAG-AFTRA Harold Russell Award. Named after the double amputee who won 2 Academy Awards for his role in the 1946 classic, The Best Years of Our Lives. To present this award, a woman known for her turn in The Walking Dead and can now be seen in the big Marvel superhero film Eternals. Please welcome Lauren Ridloff.
Troy Kutzer is an incredible and much beloved and respected actor who got wide public recognition for playing Frank Rossi, a deaf dad of a hearing daughter in the breakout movie Coda. He has more than paid his dues, with many smaller roles on TV and film and rave theater performances like Deaf Stanley Kowalski and A Streetcar Named Desire. He's one of the best kept secrets in Hollywood, patiently waiting for years for his moment in the sun. In Coda, Good Morning America praised him as hilarious and heartbreaking. Variety called him an extraordinary actor as Frank, a pothead and an ebullient curmudgeon. His next starring role is in Flash Before Bang, the story of an all-deaf high school track team. Troy Kutzer has arrived big time. Let's watch Troy at work.
You need to accept that I'm bossy.
So was everywhere. There will never be a good time. I can't stay with you for the rest of my life. With my arms open wide, I threw away my pride. I'll sacrifice for you, dedicate my life to you. I will go where you lead, always there in time.
It is my honor and good fortune to present the SAG-AFTRA Harold Russell Award to my friend and colleague, Troy Kutzer.
Hi everyone. Thank you Media Access for presenting me this award in recognition of my work. This award is from SAG-AFTRA Harold Russell Award. I feel so honored to accept this, and it means so much to me to accept this award. It's quite a blessing. I feel handless. I was shocked to receive this. This is important for people that happen to be disabled, deaf, hard of hearing, to work collaboratively on a set. And this will change perspectives so that people understand that people are just people. And they all bring diversity and the beauty of sharing their talent from this diverse pool. This is a great example. In this recognition, I want to thank the committee and the board for recognizing my work in this manner. Thank you so much.
Bravo, Troy. Our next award is the Producers Guild of America George Sanga Award. Here to present it is the young star of the films Room and Wonder, and more recently, the Pixar movie Luca. Please welcome Jacob Tremblay.
Hi, I'm Jacob, and I had a great time being the voice of Luca in the hit Pixar movie Luca. In the film, I'm a sea monster who yearns to live life as a human boy in the small Italian village just across the shoreline. One of my favorite characters that I meet along the way is Massimo Marcavallo, a giant of a man who only happens to have one arm. The movie never makes it a plot point or the reason he's in the movie. He rather just appears to have been born with one arm. As with most people living with disabilities, his difference is just a small part of who he is. Let's check out Luca.
The sea monster ate it.
What?
Ma, no. This is how I came into the world.
Whoa.
Mannaggia, not a great catch today.
It might be because we're over a haunted fish graveyard.
We know it's not haunted. The fish think it's haunted. This time of day, most fish will be right about there.
My name is Julia Marcavallo. We underdogs have to look out for each other.
What's under the dogs?
This is my dad.
What do you think he kills with those?
Anything that swims.
Ah!
Huh? Your life is so much cooler than mine. There's a million things you think you can't do. All you need is a chance to try.
Something's fishy with you two.
This is too dangerous.
What's wrong with you, stupido? You do it now. Just say the thing.
What's wrong with you, stupido?
I am proud to present this year's George Sanga Producers Guild of America Award to Andrea Warren, who made sure this film presents disabilities in a truly authentic light. Thanks, Andrea.
Hello, everyone. This is such a remarkable award show, and I feel very grateful and honored to be here and to be a part of it. I share this award with Enrico Casarosa, who is the director of Luca, and I want to start by thanking Jim Lebrecht. You probably know Jim as an activist and as the co-director of the amazing film Crip Camp. Early on in production, Enrico and I had the chance to meet with Jim and really enjoyed our conversation with him. It was very wide-ranging. We talked all about Jim's life, and it was wonderful to hear Jim's perspective. We talked a lot about storytelling, and in particular, the character of Massimo. Enrico and I left that meeting feeling really inspired and really hopeful and determined to capture Massimo's warmth and strength, and that his difference would just be a part of who he is and his character. At Pixar, of course, we make films for all audiences, but we understand that we have a unique opportunity to reach the younger generation. And it's so important for kids to see that there's no one kind of person, no one kind of kid. As we've heard back from audiences, it's been really meaningful to hear, in particular, about the character of Massimo, and that there were moments for people who had a sense of recognition and a sense of connection. And I think as a filmmaker, there's really no more rewarding thing that you can ask for. So again, I just want to thank the Media Access Awards, the PGA. I want to thank our wonderful writers, our thoughtful animators, and the powerful voice of Massimo Marco Bardiacelli. It was such a joy to make this film, and I was just happy to get to make it. But being here, being a part of this is just so grateful for this recognition. So thank you so much.
You are watching the 2021 Media Access Awards, but you should already know that. So put down your phone and watch.
The Media Access Awards is very proud to introduce the inaugural IMDb Pro Media Access Excellence in Directing Award. This award goes to a director who not only has demonstrated extraordinary talent in directing, but also has advanced the portrayal of disabilities in media. IMDb Pro congratulates this year's award winner. It is my honor to present this award to my friend and film dad, John Krasinski.
Ronnie, what do we got? We got units headed out there now. EMS and fire. Whereabouts? I think up by Walker's Farm.
Let's go.
Quiet Place Part 2 picks up right where Quiet Place Part 1 left off. The idea of these kids and this family dealing with their safety net being taken from them.
Evelyn is now a single parent, newborn baby. The barn's burnt down, the house is destroyed, and she's out there on her own, and she has to protect these children.
They are forced to go out into the world and see how other people lived. So they literally leave the path of safety and go into the unknown.
It's harrowing, it's terrifying, but at the core of it, it's a very human story.
They're not very welcome guests, so this whole set is killing and running our family to get to that vat that's in the floor as fast as he can without dying. No, if you want to, because it looks great on camera, but if you're not ready to, no worries. I just want to ask you before you do it. You want to do it? You still have the pads on?
Yeah, I do.
She's going in.
Awesome! Good job!
Thank you.
Thank you, Millie. Just when I thought I couldn't be any more impressed with you, you go and add award show host to your now seemingly never-ending list of talents. So congratulations, you're doing great, and you look beautiful. So there. And to IMDb Pro and the Media Access Awards, thank you so much for this incredibly kind, incredibly distinguished honor. It means so very much to me, and means even more that it's coming from Millie, so thank you for this opportunity. Directing this movie, being a part of the Quiet Place world, was without a doubt the highlight of my career. It was the most special experience, the most personal experience, and the most emotional experience. And so much of that had to do with the fact that we had Millie in our movie. Casting a deaf actress in this role was non-negotiable to me. It was something that I thought very clearly we would get the most organic performance, being someone who was actually living through those circumstances. But also, I needed a guide. I needed someone to walk through this experience, walk through this set, walk through this world with me to make sure that everything we were doing was accurate and felt believable to her set of circumstances and to the world that she was living in. And so not only did Millie very clearly deliver, in my opinion, one of the best performances, not only of the year, but in a long time,
But she was also such an incredible partner for me and for this movie, because she brought so much of herself, so much of her experience, and so much of her keen eye of how we can make it better. So I thank you for that every single day, Millie. And as I've told you many, many times, the fact that you have brought such attention to not only the deaf community and people with disabilities, but to be really honest, as I've told you many times, you are not the greatest deaf actress I've ever worked with. You are very clearly one of the greatest actresses, period, that I have worked with and that I've seen on film. You are wildly talented, and you are a perfect representation of why inclusion is so important, because the best performance, the best piece of art is always about getting the right person, and you very clearly are the right person for anything you want to do. So thank you so much for this honor. Thank you so much for having me be a part of this night. I adore you, Millie, and this really means a whole lot to me, so thank you.
The Norman Lear Jerry Jewell Lifetime Achievement Award is named in honor of two pioneers in the inclusion of disability on American television. Here to present this year's recipient is an actor known for starring in her own co-created show, This Close, on Sundance Now, and more recently as the first deaf doctor on Grey's Anatomy. Please welcome Shoshannah Stern.
Marlee Matlin stepped into the pages of history from the moment she stepped on stage to receive the Academy Award for Best Actress for her debut performance in Children of a Lesser God. She used that moment to become a singular leader and guiding spirit for deaf and disabled people everywhere. Consistently being at the forefront of our constant fight to be seen and heard and participate fully in American life. For 35 years, Marlee has starred in dozens of first-rate movies and TV shows, including the overwhelming success that is this year's Coda. In the early stages of Coda, the other deaf characters in the family were originally envisioned as played by hearing actors until Marlee said, "Do that, and I'm out." Coda is just the latest in a long list of her accomplishments. Among them, a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, a shelf full of other awards and nominations, including an Emmy and an honorary PhD from Gallaudet University. She's also testified before Congress and served on the boards of both Gallaudet and Easterseals, among others. For me, personally, Marlee has also shaped my life. When I was in the early stages of creating This Close, she texted, without asking for any materials. She said, "When can I be on your show?" When she came on, even though it was hard for us to stop laughing and actually, act, what I remember most is how she kept calling herself lucky, lucky. And as I told her that day, and I will say again now, not just for me, but for all of us, Marlee, it is us that are lucky. Let's watch a short sample of all the good work Marlee has shaped and shared with us.
And the winner is Marlee Matlin.
And I just want to thank all of you. I love you.
If I don't sign faster,
The hour will be over before I finish my opening speech.
It is my unique privilege to present the Media Access Awards' highest honor, the Norman Lear Jerry Jewell Lifetime Achievement Award. To the first person I saw someone in, my dear friend, the beautiful, the funny, kick-ass legend that is Marlee Matlin.
Thank you, Shoshannah, for that lovely introduction. It's truly an honor for me to receive the Norman Lear Jerry Jewell Lifetime Achievement Award. The fact that I'm being honored with an award named after two television pioneers in advocating and encouraging the accurate portrayal of people with disabilities is so humbling. Thank you again to everyone involved with media access. You know, when I first set foot upon my first film set when I was 19 years old, I had no idea what work I had ahead for me when it came to advocating on behalf of millions of people who were deaf or disabled. I was just Marlee Matlin, doing what I loved, which was acting. But when I came to understand that words like equality and access were so far outside the mainstream of both society and Hollywood for people like myself, I just had to make noise. Remember, in 1987, when I accepted my Academy Award as the first deaf person ever to do so, there was no Americans with Disabilities Act, or even the Caption Decoder Act. But I soon wised up and began to speak up whenever I saw injustice. That's because it was what my parents taught me and what friends and mentors like Henry Winkler and Whoopi Goldberg taught me. To follow my heart, follow my dreams, and never let anyone define me or stand in the way simply because I was deaf. And most importantly of all, to make noise, to tell anyone I met that everyone, despite their ability, deserves to be treated equally and with love and respect. I am really proud to be accepting this award named after two of Hollywood's loudest people, Norman Lear and Jerry. And I don't necessarily mean loud as in heavy metal loud, but loud in their art, loud in their writing and storytelling, loud in their desire to break down stereotypes, removing barriers by enlightening and changing minds. This is how change happens, and I'm most happy to join in their efforts to ensure equality and access. I realize that you may have heard me say this before, but it bears repeating. Even though some in Hollywood thought I was DOA, deaf on arrival, when embarking on my career 35 years ago. That just because I'm deaf, I live in a world of silence. Silence is the last thing the world will ever hear from me. And this honor just reaffirms that and pushes me to be even louder. Thank you.
Hi, Media Access. I'm Pete Fairley, and I'm very grateful for what you do. Art without disability inclusion is just bad art. I implore anybody watching this to remember that 25% of the world has a disability. So when you make your TV shows and your movies, remember to hire the disabled. It'll make your shows better and truer.
The Media Access Visionary Award goes to extraordinary individuals in film and TV who are a step or two ahead in presenting disability in a powerful new light. Past recipients including George R.R. Martin, creator of Game of Thrones, and Simon Cowell of America's Got Talent. To present this year's recipient, a writer, activist, and author of the memoir, The Pretty One, on life, pop culture, disability, and other reasons to fall in love with me. Please welcome Kia Brown.
Selma Blair is one of the most recognizable actresses in Hollywood right now because of films like Cruel Intentions, Hellboy, and Legally Blonde. In fact, she is so talented and so versatile that she has not stopped working since. She's even graced the covers of Vogue and Rolling Stone. In October 2018, she told the world that she had been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. She bravely turned the cameras in on her own life, documenting her journey with MS. This created Introducing Selma Blair, beautifully directed by Rachel Fleet, and counts Troy Nankin, her longtime manager, among its producers. The film is now streaming on Discovery+. This is a beautiful, unflinching, raw, and hilarious film that details the complexities of disability and the complexities of MS. It also gives disabled people the chance to feel seen, heard, and understood. The chance to make us feel like our stories matter too, and that we belong as much as Selma Blair does. Selma and I first met when I wrote for her the Town and Country magazine cover, where we talked about beauty, fashion, film, and TV. But most importantly, what we talked about was our bodies and the need for rest and the need to listen to our bodies and celebrate the good days and the bad days and those in-between days that are a little weird. All of these things that Introducing Selma Blair talks about. So let's take a quick look at it.
I always thought I was on a reality show, like I was in a documentary, but only God would see it and disapprove.
I'm so sorry, I can't talk right now. We're shooting the final days of my life.
There are certain people whose every minute of their life is photographed. Selma isn't that famous, but she's famous enough just to get the wrong kind of attention at the wrong time. You know, someone sees her walking with a limp. Are they going to think she's drunk? Are they going to think she's having problems?
That was the onset of MS, which is just a symptom of a really unhealthy immune system. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
Things were going backwards. The meds were just making me feel worse.
I'm sick today.
The options ran out. A stem cell transplant is the thing that's gonna help me if anything will.
Selma's got grit like nobody.
Arthur, wanna play a quick game of dodgeball?
She wants to be able to be with her son.
That was really hard.
But there's so many dangers.
You know how you called me Matlin before? You ain't seen nothing yet. This is my first round of chemo and it's fun. And I watch and I go like that, and like my hair comes out, and I'm like, I would like it to be as dramatic as I am. I was told to make plans for dying, not because I have MS, because I'm fighting MS.
I love you, Mama.
I had a complication. Suddenly, it was like the most horrible pain in my heart. And I couldn't say, I can't breathe, because I couldn't breathe. So empty here. I feel like I'm in a Tom Hanks movie where he's stranded on an island. And I'm eating Wilson. been given a second chance at life. I promised myself I wouldn't judge the process, and I'm judging the process. Everything beautiful that I've known, that I've encouraged other people, will it be true for me too?
It is my absolute honor to present Selma Blair with this year's Media Access Visionary Award. She is a beautiful actress, an even better person, and a complete honor to know. So thank you, Selma Blair, and to you, this year's Media Access Visionary Award.
Thank you so much, Kia. Thank you so much, Media Access Awards. This award, more than any of the few I've received in my life, means the most to me, because in this time, from diagnosis till now, and my life before, feeling very much a part of the chronic illness community, in this time I've really been transformed by feeling and seeing the world with a completely different perspective, because once you are lifted up and held and advised and listened to by other people in the disabled community, I've realized the stories are so rich and so moving and so funny. And if in telling my story, Rachel Fleet and the producers and everyone involved in this film and this time, all those people, if we've helped anyone that wouldn't think or have energy reserves or know how to step into showing the world and telling the stories of who you are and where you've been or they've been, then that's everything. Because storytelling is sacred to me and moves us. And thank you so much for everyone that makes the lives of people with disabilities mean as much as the world as I know it means to us. Thank you. Visibility matters. Representation matters. And thank you for welcoming me and my story and being just one more that adds to vulnerable news stories coming out. Thank you.
Please welcome the co-CEOs of the Media Access Awards, Deborah Calla and Alan Rocker.
First of all, we want to thank all of you for tuning in to the 2021 Media Access Awards. My partner in crime, Deborah Calla, and I just want to pause the proceedings for a minute so that we can thank all the wonderful people who helped make this show possible. Deborah?
Hello, Alan. Thanks. First, let me acknowledge the amazing commitment of our partner, Easterseals of Southern California. They are a powerful voice in the fight for the inclusion of people with disabilities in all aspects of American life, including film and television. Also, our support group since 2010 has included these major Hollywood unions and guilds: SAG-AFTRA, the Casting Society of America, the Producers Guild of America, and the Writers Guild of America West. And finally, we want to thank our sponsors who year after year have answered the call to support our campaign. They are truly our lifeblood. This year, our sponsors include IMDb Pro, producer Kevin Bright, Viacom CBS, Comcast NBC Universal, Disney General Entertainment Content, Sony Pictures, Bunning Murray Productions, Legendary Entertainment, Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation, and woman of her word. Thank you all. Our partner, Easterseals Southern California, has made it a priority to change the picture of disability in Hollywood. Their annual Easterseals Disability Film Challenge, now in its 7th year, it's proof of that. Here's a brief video about their work.
I launched the Disability Film Challenge over the course of a weekend. Participants write, shoot, edit, and submit 3 to 5 minute films that have somebody with a disability in front of or behind the camera. Partnering with Easterseals Southern California really took it to the next level, because to date we've had hundreds of films, countless success stories, and ultimately we're changing the way people see disability in Hollywood.
I am very grateful for the Easterseals Disability Film Challenge, for giving people like me a chance to star in their own films and be recognized in them.
I wrote, produced, and created my own film, and it led to this amazing opportunity.
I want to play, but I can't play for someone else to die.
It doesn't matter whether you win or not, but if you do win, it's a game changer for your career. I've made huge connections at HBO. I've gotten to have interviews with Academy Award-winning editors.
Leah J. Zelaya makes her debut in the upcoming film starring Jennifer Lopez, Maluma, and Owen Wilson.
It was actually unexpected. It was through the Easterseals Disability Film Challenge.
I'm asked to present an award at the Disability Film Challenge. I was so excited because I truly believe there's so much talent out there in the disabled community that is just not acknowledged the way that it should. Not naming names, but actually I'm gonna name names because I saw a short film starring Nicole Evans, and I knew that I wanted her to be in season 2 of Special, and she is. She's incredible.
And the industry is waking up to the value of authentically portraying characters with disabilities, and including more people with disabilities in roles, and specifically in roles that don't have to do with their disabilities.
The disabled make up the largest community in the world, but are seldomly seen on film and TV. Diversity is what makes our world interesting. Time to have the media more reflective of that. So join me in supporting greater accessibility and inclusion for the disabled community. And as a minority myself, I understand the power of the images that describe who we are to the world, and most importantly, who reflects and who we could be. So let's inspire each other. Let's make sure we have the same opportunity to tell our stories and to be represented on any screen.
Every year at the Media Access Awards, SAG-AFTRA honors some individual or organization who advance the public awareness of the vast, unexploited potential of disabled Americans. The award, called the SAG-AFTRA Disability Awareness Award. Here to present this year's recipient, please say hello to 2 young actors just brimming with potential. From American Horror Story, Jamie Brewer. And from Peanut Butter Falcon, Zac Efron.
Hi, Jamie Brewer.
Zac Efron.
And we are here in the beautiful Waynesville, North Carolina, shooting our very first music video. Zena Mountain Farms hosts camps to help individuals with disabilities learn to create films. They are the winner of this year's SAG-AFTRA Disability Awareness Award. Congratulations.
Yeah, and that's why I love Zena Mountain Farm.
Let's check out the work of Zena Mountain Farm.
Zeno is an organization that brings people with and without disabilities together to make a real movie every year.
Take 2.
If you want to play the bad guy, you don't get to kiss the girls.
Oh, but the bad guy always kisses a lot of girls.
No, the bad guy doesn't. The good guy kisses the girls. Would you be willing to play the good guy so that you get to kiss the girls?
Oh, forget it.
We've been making movies for 12 years, but we've never done a feature length. We've never done it with this big of a crew.
This film is really ambitious for us. We're bringing a crew in from all over the country.
I think it really gives an opportunity to show that we exist as people.
I'll always remember the love you gave
and how we made the best summer ever.
people with disabilities, people without disabilities, all working together to create something that they care about. We're not only saying disabled people should be included in casting, we're saying that disabled people should be included in all areas of production.
I didn't know that I was knocking till you let me in.
My bucket list of scattered dreams washed me down the stream. I've traveled far enough to see this is where I'm meant to be. Homecoming, finally I see.
Say like 10% of all crews were people with disabilities, I know that the film industry would be better.
Warming up a place that I've never been. Look around and see who's on your side. I'm ready to ride.
We decided to give the award to the Zeno Mountain Farm.
Thanks, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, man! This is great. Thank you, Media Access Award. Thank you, SAG-AFTRA. We are so honored to get this. It means the world to us, to all of us. And here at Zeno, we believe that true inclusion enhances everything we do. And certainly in movie making, disability is this untapped resource full of creativity, innovation, and can-do spirit, and joy. We think our movie shows that, and we're so glad to be recognized.
Yeah, as a person with a disability, I have grown up with cerebral palsy, and as a person with a disability, you have to overcome a lot of things. A lot of people have prejudice or assumptions about what you can and can't do, and one of my dreams is to help more disabled people get on Broadway, because besides Ali Stoker, there's really not a lot of other trailblazers like that in the theater industry, and I think it's so needed right now. So that's one of my dreams, and Zeno has definitely played a part in helping it come true, and I hope to do so much more in the future, and thank you so much.
Let's do it. Yeah, Hannah.
Do you know that 25% of our population has a disability of some kind? That means that we need more than just adequate access and representation, not just on screen, but on set. So let's all commit to doing our part, more access, more representation.
Here to present this year's Casting Society of America Award, please welcome the much acclaimed director of CODA, Sean Hayter.
Casting is everything, and this is especially true on a movie like CODA. This was never going to be a project that relied on names. This was going to be about discovery. And I needed partners who were going to fight for my vision, go to battle when needed, and push to find exactly the right actors for these roles. Great casting directors are thorough and relentless. They don't settle, and they know undiscovered talent when they see it. And it is this kind of perseverance and persistence that leads to finding gems like Troy Kotzer and Daniel Durant and Amelia Jones. I was so lucky to have Deborah Aquila, Trisha Wood, and Lisa Zygoria on CODA. They have vision and talent, and they pushed so hard to find exactly the right cast for this film. And these three women don't have to work so hard. Deb is a legend in the casting world. She is known for casting classic films like The Shawshank Redemption, and Lisa and Trisha joined her on projects like Blair Witch and La La Land. And I remember when we had seen well over 100 girls for Ruby, and we'd had them all sign and sing. And Deb turned to me and she said, "You know, you're looking for a unicorn." And I think I wondered aloud if we should just settle, that maybe I was never going to find everything that I needed in one actor, and we should just say okay to someone we'd seen. And Deb turned to me and she said, no, we're just going to keep looking until we find her. I am so proud that we did. I think the performances in Coda are beautiful. And I feel like Deb and Trisha and Lisa fought with me to have 3 deaf actors in leading roles, which has pushed forward conversations about inclusion and authenticity in Hollywood. So these 3 women have created magic on Coda, as they have done again and again in their careers. So let's have a look at some of their work.
Oh, here we go. She won the Yankee Miss Pageant. Mm-hmm.
Maybe we even call them herring bitches?
I am so proud and honored to present the Casting Society of America Award to Deborah Aquila, Trisha Wood, and Lisa Zygoria.
We'd like to thank the Media Access Awards and the Casting Society of America for this amazing honor. Being involved in a film like Coda at a time when there is such a call for disability representation, diversity, and inclusion in the arts is truly special. We are thrilled to have been a small part in moving the needle toward that mission.
And we'd like to thank our incredible producers, Patrick Waxberger, Philippe Rousselet, and Fabrice Gianfermi, who really understood the idea that to tell the story, Ruby's story of being a coda, a child of deaf adults, there was no other way than to authentically cast deaf actors as her family. And of course, our fearless leader, Sean Hayda, for her beautiful script, brilliant direction, and her trust. And finally, to the incredible Marlee Matlin, Troy Kutzer, and Daniel Durant.
Amelia Jones and Eugenio Derbez, thank you for making our job look easy.
Thank you so much for this award. I tell everyone working on Coda was a dream job from start to finish. A universal family story for all ages, told by a group of extraordinary actors. I've seen the film several times, and I am always moved by these incredible performances. Troy, Marlee, Amelia, Daniel, Eugenio, bravo. And to Sean, our fearless captain, Thank you. Again and again, thank you.
Hey, Media Access, how you doing? I'm here with this handsome man.
Sending you lots of love.
We need more representation across all forms of film, all forms of television, all forms of entertainment, of people
like you.
At first blush, it seems that disability and dance are a contradiction. But dance is movement, creative movement, and disabled dancers, like those you are about to see, strive to mesh their disability and dancing into a whole new and revealing aesthetic. They are not trying to imitate non-disabled dancers and routines. They are creating a whole new form of dance that includes their disability, not ignores it. The wheelchair is an extension of their body, not a hindrance. Kinetic Light was formed in 2016 by disabled dancers and for disabled dancers, with choreographer Alice Shepard at its helm. As you will see, they are expressive and skilled in ways dance has never been seen before. Let's watch.
Become. Stars. Shadows. Flickers of light. Bone becomes metal, becomes skin, becomes spoke, becomes slope, becomes splinters, becomes stories, becomes sternum, becomes bone, becomes fingertips, becomes ache, becomes you. Do not let go.
Every year at the Media Access Awards, the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation presents a cash scholarship to a deserving film or TV actor with a disability. Here to present this year's recipient, please welcome an actor you know from his recurring roles on ABC's Private Practice and the Netflix series Away. Michael Patrick Thornton.
Hello, I'm here to present the 2021 Christopher Reeve Acting Scholarship, awarded each year to a deserving actor on TV and film with a disability. Now, Christopher Reeve is only 42 years old when he broke his neck in a horrendous horse riding accident, leaving him completely paralyzed from the neck down. This year's recipient of the acting scholarship that Christopher himself established after his injury also met a similar fate at midlife. An Olympic-level high jumper rated 10th in the world, Jamie Nieto did a backflip after a practice session and broke his back. In an amazing feat of will and grit, Jamie bounced back to get married, walk down the aisle at his wedding, and pursue a whole new career, acting.
I went to 2 Olympic Games, 2004 Athens, Greece, and 2012 London, England. The energy in the stadium was electrifying. I mean, to hear my friends and family cheering for me and the crowd just yelling, pushing me to a new level, my heart just was so filled with joy. I was so excited. I retired in 2013 and I started coaching to basically support myself while I was pursuing my dreams of acting, writing, and producing. And in 2016, while coaching post-collegiate athletes. I had been doing backflips my whole career. I was telling a friend that, I still could do it. And so I did a backflip and that was fine, but then I tried one more and that didn't quite work out. My foot slipped and I basically went from my feet to my head. And at that point in time, I was paralyzed from the chest down. And in my mind, all I could think about was, what was my life gonna be like? I heard a voice in my head that said, don't worry, everything is gonna be okay. And I felt like that was the voice of God. And when I got to the hospital, the doctors told us that he probably will get 30% functionality back. And the odds and the statistics were great. But to become an Olympian, less than 1% of Americans become Olympians. And even less than 1% of Olympians do a personal best at the Olympic Games. I've done both. What makes me think I can't do this? When I was talking to my girlfriend at the time, now my wife, about getting married, and I told her that I wanted to walk her down the aisle, we were trying to assess about how many steps it would take to get down the aisle. And we kind of came to a number about 150 steps. And so at the time I was barely taking 3 steps. And so I started looking at it like it was the Olympic Games. And those 3 steps eventually turned into 6 steps, and those 6 steps turned into 12 steps, and so on and so forth. And maybe a month before our wedding, I ended up taking 150 steps. After the wedding, I still wanted to pursue my dreams of acting, writing, producing. And then in 2019, I finally booked a role on an amazing show called Away. And I got to work with a great actor, Josh Charles.
Let me guess, you're a country western guy.
Did the gigantic belt buckle give it away? Travis Barker, maybe you heard of me. Best bronc route in West Texas 2 years running. Then one day a horse named Melly tossed me on my head, smashed me up against the back of the chute.
So maybe not the best then, huh?
After I got injured, I realized that I didn't want to take life for granted anymore. I really felt like my acting, writing, and producing got a lot better. I was so happy with that. And then to also have a family and have a son who's 14 months now, that's been a blessing within itself. And for them to be able to experience these experiences that I'm having on set and working with these amazing actors is just, there's no words again for it. It's just been beautiful.
It is my deepest honor to present this year's Christopher Reeve Acting Scholarship to an actor on the move, Jamie Nieto.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. First and foremost, I'd like to thank God, because without him, there'd be no moment like this, and there would be no me. Second of all, I'd like to thank the Christopher Reeve Foundation and this beautiful scholarship. You're allowing people like myself to continue to follow their dreams and do the things that they love to do. And also, Christopher Reeve taught me a lot. He also taught me that you don't have to fly to be a Superman. Mm-hmm. I love it. So yes, and then also I'd love to thank KMR, my agency, and Gail and the whole team there. You guys have been amazing. And I'd like to thank the Media Access Awards. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my beautiful wife, because without her, I don't know where I would be. And trying to go through this journey alone is tough, but having someone like her next to me is a very special thing. And so that's who I'd like to thank. You guys have been great. I want to also say, don't let nobody tell you you can't do what you want to do. Follow your dreams. Your only limitations are what you believe them to be. So believe that you can be the best. And I want to challenge all you Hollywood writers out there to keep writing roles for these people with disabilities and myself. We want to see more of us with Oscars and Emmys. 1 in 4 Americans have disabilities. So let's represent that on screen. We really appreciate you. We love you, and we thank you.
Well, that's our show. What an incredible lineup of talent. I hope you had as much fun as I did, and we'll see you next year. Good night.